Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today I'm going to answer a question that many people ask me. How much does it cost to be a YouTuber of a photography channel? So let's start. Important, I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. So if you want to be a member, I've got exclusive content, exclusive videos. I don't speak about gear, I speak just about photography technique, making of, knowledge, tuition. I share what I know and what I can share, because what I don't know I cannot share, but I share my knowledge. So if you're interested, you can join the member area. Thank you so much for it, that helps me, and in return, if I can help you, I help you. So thank you so much. So why are people asking me about this YouTube cost? Well, mainly because they want to start a YouTube channel. They would like to know how to do it and how much money they need for that. And some people tell me, yes, Eric, but if you tell them this, you create your competition. Well, honestly, I think if someone wants to start a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter if I tell tips or not, if I tell what I do or how I did it or what I like to do, they will still do it. So it doesn't really matter anyway. And second, I think people follow a YouTube channel because they're interested in the content or the way the person explains or the way the person is. And I think we are all unique. So even if someone has success, doesn't mean people will stop watching me, or maybe they would stop anyway, even if no one else started a YouTube channel. So it does not really matter. I think it's better to share and help when you can with some knowledge, with some information, and motivate people. And I think it's not really a problem. Actually, there are some YouTubers that comment on my YouTube channel. Some started a lot smaller than I was when they commented, and now they went a lot further. They have a lot larger channel, and it doesn't really matter. I thank them to have passed by my channel, and that's it, and no problem. So I'm going to give you some ideas, some important key points, and some cost, and give you an idea how to what you can do if you can do it. First point, that's really important. Some people tell me, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what topic, what subject I could do about this channel. And that's a massive mistake. Setting a YouTube channel is easy. What's difficult is to know what to speak about. So I imagine if you look at my channel, you're interested in photography, probably want to speak about photography, but it could be anything else. But first, know what you want to speak about, not just in one video, but during years maybe. So it's so important you have this first, the idea of what you want to do, okay? Without that, don't even start. Second, let's speak about the gear. Well, you need some gear, video gear, sound, lighting, for editing, all this. But so many people think you need really expensive gear. Why? Because actually look at video and channel that are really advanced. They have really a lot of gear, great lighting, high cost production, many people working there, and they want to do the same thing. So obviously if you want to do a channel that is multi workers, multi camera, multi I don't know what, obviously you need a lot of money. But you don't need to start this way. You don't need to have a great production. But one thing, if your production is limited, as I started myself in a car and an outdoor, and sometimes in the living room of my house or in my RV or my van, that's really, you can start with that. The only problem, you need to put a lot of yourself, your expression, your knowledge, your sympathy or whatever, so people keep listening to you, because otherwise in the first second, if they see that you look like really basic, they run away. So yes, having a great production, great setup really helps to have people give you a longer opportunity in the first minute to listen to you, see what you have to say, okay? So, but if you cannot afford to have a great place, multicam, whatever, start with that, that's okay. If we look at the video part, when I started, I had a Canon 5D Mark II. I recorded with that too, actually. I recorded with that. This is the camera I had, okay? And I started with this. And then I got some Olympus cameras and I recorded with that. And one day I bought an iPhone, I recorded with my iPhone. I've got over 800 videos in my channel recorded with iPhone. So what do I mean by that? Do you need an iPhone? No, I mean you need something you probably already have. You probably already have a camera that can make video, or you probably have a smartphone that can make video, and that's fine. You can start with that, okay? That's not the best, I know, but you start with what you have, so you don't have to spend much money. You will have time to better your kit, to better what you use, and that's it. Right now I've got two cameras. Actually, this one I bought it yesterday because I wanted to match exactly the settings, everything. By the way, I'm trying a lot with different color. I'm not convinced. I'll have to check better. But still, this is the idea. But you don't have to start with two cameras. You can start with your smartphone. Some people start with a DJI Pocket, for example, which is a vlogging camera. That's about 500 euros, something like this. Or an action camera like a GoPro or a DJI Action or Insta360 camera. Doesn't matter. You can start with that. But what is even more important than video, it is the sound. For us, it's so difficult to fix the sound when we're not used to it. That was probably the most, and it's still difficult for me. Because if a video is great, it looks fantastic, but the sound is no good, people run away. If video, the image is not that great, but the sound is perfect, they will keep listening. So don't forget this, invest in a good microphone. Please, 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 don't use the headphone and hold the thread like this, or the wire like this, and speak in the microphone. This is ridiculous. I see people doing this on TikTok. Well, that's TikTok, but on YouTube, you cannot do that. First, the sound is not that good. Second, it doesn't look good. So get a microphone. You don't need to have an expensive microphone. This is a lavalier. This is wireless, this one, but for a long time, I used a Boya microphone that was directly connected to the camera and then to the smartphone, and that was fine. So you can start with that. It cost me like 20 euros, and that was fine. So spend some money on the sound. That's important. Now, lighting. Well, if you work outdoor, well, that may be fine with the place where you record, okay? Otherwise, you can use LED lights like this. I've presented some on my YouTube channel. You can find not that expensive. If you don't have money for that, well, you can still be behind a window with a white piece of paper, something like this, to get a bit more softer light and record. Obviously, it needs to be daytime, otherwise you cannot record, okay? But still, but think of something for lighting and to have a proper light, okay? Then editing. Editing, well, depends what you want to do. Some people start with a smartphone, with a tablet, and it depends, or a basic computer. It's not the same thing to edit one track than to have multi-track and you combine and do some special effects. It's not the same thing to work in 4K than in 1080. 1080, most computers and smartphones can do it. 4K, it may be more difficult. So you have to see that. But probably you already have a computer that can edit basic video and go fine. For the software, I started with iMovie on the Mac, but then I wanted to go multi-track and it would not accept it, so I bought the Final Cut. But there are many software that are free and you can start with that. So don't worry, probably you already have something that is fine for editing your video. And by the way, if you want to help me, in description I've got affiliated links that if you want to buy cameras, gear, accessory, whatever, please use them. That really helps me. By the way, I've got a discount code with K&F Concept on their website, not on Amazon, on their website. You get a 10% discount using the code ERIC10, ERIC10, ERIC10. Thank you so much, that really helps me. Let's carry on. Now let's speak about production. Production is not the gear you need, it's the cost and the things you're going to do. If you want to be sat like me right now, that's not really expensive. Maybe you have to add a space because you don't have a space at home and you need to rent a space or share space, whatever, with a sound that is okay. So yes, but production on that side may vary. Obviously, if you say, I want to do a YouTube channel about travel photography and you want to do a sunset at North Pole or in Patagonia, you need to have a lot of money for that. So it's important to see that production cost can be from 0 to a lot. But sometimes you already have some content that could be recorded because of your work. Maybe you are a food photographer and it would be to have the restaurant to accept that you record a video at the same time. So you don't have to pay for food or pay for going to the place to record. You're already there for your work, so you just add some take and explanation and you do it there. So it's not an extra cost, okay? Or you are a sport photographer and you already go to the stadium or the swimming pool or whatever to make pictures, so you could go there and also record a YouTube video explaining what you do. So in this situation, you don't have some extra cost. It's something you already spend anyway. So production costs can vary a lot from 0 to infinity. If you want to have a helicopter video, obviously that's a lot of money. So this is something you have to calculate and see, but try to use what you already have, so that will limit the production cost. What's really, really expensive is time. Time. Yes, time is the most expensive part of having a YouTube channel. I don't even speak about a channel like mine that has 3 languages. I speak about just 1 language. Why? Well, how is the time? How do you spend your time? Well, you have to write what you're going to say. You have to write it, otherwise you forget about it, and plan it. Then, in the case of a channel like mine, I have to test the gear they send me to try, or they lend me, or that I have. Test it to give you the result. So that's also a lot of time. And by the way, a small thing that has to do with production, when they send me a lens that is for Sony, I need a Sony to test it, Sony camera, so I have to buy it. If they send me a lens for Fujifilm, I need to have a Fujifilm camera just for testing the lens and tell you the results. So with time, you realize that the money you earn, you spend it also to better your production. So it doesn't mean you need to do that from day one, okay? But in my situation, I have several cameras that use only for testing. That's not the camera I use for my video or for my pleasure or for my photography. I use them just to show you results on YouTube, and that's an important cost, okay? So don't forget this. In production, that may go there, okay? So you need some time to test and try and verify what you're going to tell on your YouTube channel. So time. Then you need to record. So record a video may take a lot of time or nothing. For me, about nothing. If I record a 10-minute video, let's say edited will take 10 minutes, maybe it takes me 15 to record, okay? Because I go straight, and then if I make a mistake, I'll just repeat and then I will cut in editing. But some people, they don't work this way. They record like in this place, and then in that place, and then they go to another place, and then they have a night take, and then they have a day take, and then they're going to get everything together on the final video. So obviously recording is really time consuming. It takes a massive time for them. For others, it does not. It depends on what you want to do. Then you need to speak about editing, and this is the same story. For me, I placed what I've recorded and then I cut what's wrong, but I don't do fancy fusion, fancy mix, fancy things that are great, but I don't have time for that. With 3 languages, even with 1, it's a lot of time. So it all depends on what you want to do. I see some people when I was with them when they recorded the video, and when you see the final version that is fantastic, the thing they said at the beginning, they actually said it at the end when they recorded, and something that appeared in the middle, they said it at the beginning when they recorded. So it takes a lot of time. They have to watch first everything they recorded, decide how they will mount it, how they will edit it, how they will, in which order, all this, and this is really time consuming. So this all depends on how you want to do your video and the time you want to spend and the time you can spend. So that's so important. But yes, it can take a lot of time. Then you need to publish. Many people think, well, publishing is just pressing a button that uploads and that's it. No. If you are like me here, you have a great internet connection, in 5 minutes my videos are uploaded. That's fast. But when I was visiting my parents in France, before they had the optical fiber connection, well, that was horrible. It took me like 2 hours for one video to upload it. So that was crazy. If you live in a place like this, that takes time, and you need to be there to make sure everything goes fine. And then you need to also to create the small thumbnail, and then the text that goes in description, then pick the right word, keyword, and all this. That takes a lot of time. This is not just 5 minutes to publish. It takes some time, okay? Then you need to speak and attend your public. I mean, if someone comments, you need to answer the comment. So I know that many YouTubers don't answer anyone, but because they're really massive, they don't have time for that. But when you start, it's important you answer every comment, every question, because many of these people, they just desperate to have someone to answer them, because they've asked their question in many YouTube channels and no one answers. So why don't they answer these guys? Well, actually, myself, I receive between 200 and 400 comments and private messages due to my YouTube channel. Private messages in Instagram, Facebook. Some people even call me sometime. They search for my phone, they call me. So that's crazy. You cannot answer everyone. So in my case, I try to put a small heart and answer people who ask something that is kind of urgent because they want to buy something and they need to know what to decide. So I try to answer as fast as possible. But sometimes I just don't have time for that. So I understand that some people who receive 4,000 or 5,000 messages and comment every day, it's impossible for them to answer everyone. But when you start, do answer. It takes a lot of time. And I hope to be able to keep answering as long as it will be possible. Although I'm not answering everyone already because I don't have time, I still try to answer as many as possible. I hope I will keep doing that. But don't forget, that takes hours, a lot of time. Then you need to promote your channel. Some people think, yeah, that's okay, you just have the algorithm, YouTube algorithm that does that for you. And that's not the way it works. The algorithm helps, but you need to have people knowing about your channel. You need to go on social networks, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, share your videos. Also, some people, they make small clips out of the video and they put it in a reel on TikTok so people go and see the full videos, all this. That takes a lot of time. If you just wait for the algorithm to do that for you, you will not take off. I tell you, you need to spend a lot of time promoting your videos and your channel. So, as you can see, time is massive. Do you have the time for that? Maybe you live with your parents, you have food on the table, and you can say, well, during 1 year, I'm going to give a shot to YouTube, work on it, do full time, work as much as I can, and try to take off and go for it. But maybe you have a family, you have another job, and you don't have much time. So you need to know if you can spend time, okay? And how much time you can spend. But what's important is to be a regular publisher. I had that mistake. Sometimes I publish more and less, all this. The reality is this. You need to publish at least once a week. And if it's twice or 3 times, it's even better. What you cannot do is, this month I publish 4 videos, next month I publish none, the following month 2 videos, and then 1, then 5. No. First, the algorithm doesn't like this, and second, your audience will just fly away because they will expect something. They would be happy to see there's a new video, waiting for the following one, and then nothing happens. And that cannot be like this. So if you want to have a YouTube channel, you must commit yourself to publish on a regular basis. The ideal thing is publish on the same days, like every Wednesday and every Sunday, for example. This is one thing I cannot do because of family and my character. All this, it's not possible. I publish when it's ready, but I still publish 2 or 3 times a week plus the member area. So yeah, that's a lot of work, okay? But I publish. But if you stay a week or 2 weeks without publishing, that's a problem. So maybe you can record several videos in a week and then split the publishing over the time, okay? But know that you need to spend time. And yes, this is the most valuable part of the YouTube channel, is the time you spend. If you don't have time, you cannot have a YouTube channel. At least not speaking about photography. Maybe another one, you dance, that's maybe possible. That takes 1 minute, but we speak about a photo YouTube channel, okay, photography. Okay, so yes, the thing is, don't abandon. If you start, accept that it may go fast or it may go really slow. Some YouTubers, it took them like a year, 2 years before having some success. Before that, on every video, maybe 10, 15, 20, 50 views, maybe 100 views. And one day, one takes off, they have 2,000, 3,000, 20,000, 500,000 views, and then they really take off after that. You don't know when it can happen. Sometimes it's luck, but normally it's not luck. Normally it's because you've worked, you keep working, and you try to better what you do, and some people start to be seduced by what you publish, interested by what you publish, and the views start to grow, the followers start to grow, all this. But if you start, don't abandon after a month because you don't have many visits. There are some great massive YouTubers that during 2 months had nothing, or 2 years, and then one day they take off. Okay, so don't forget, if you start, don't stop. Don't abandon too soon, okay? Second, we don't have any guarantee to have success, but normally if you work, you will get there. You will get there. If you work on it, if you spend time, if you really do everything I've said, you will take off. More or less, but you will, okay? I hope for you more than I do, okay? But it takes time. And understand that it takes time to earn money. So it means that it will take time before you can maybe take some hours off your work. I don't know, you can do that. Or and earn less money at work, but then make that money on YouTube. It will take a lot of time. So before that, you will have to sleep less hours because you will keep working for your family and your rent or whatever, or for yourself and your rent, your petrol and all this. But then at night time, you will have to work on your YouTube channel. So it all depends, but don't forget this. It's a hard decision to make, but once you start, if you want to have any chance to have success, you must keep working on it. So I hope this question is answered now. I cannot give you an exact cost. I would say if we admit that you already have a camera or a smartphone, maybe you have to get a microphone, but I would say the cost could be zero because you're likely to already have that gear. So you would have it anyway with or without a YouTube channel. So let's say it can be from 0 to infinity. If you want to have a lot of gear, a lot of protection, special effects and cost and location, whatever, that can be a massive cost. Okay, so, but yes, you can start with what you have with almost zero investment. So if you are tempted with starting a YouTube channel, don't think about it. Go for it. You have something to tell us, tell it. You have something to show us. Go for it. So that's it. I hope you like this video. I hope it helps you to motivate you to see that you don't need to have the most incredible gear to start, and with time you can better it. But yes, you can start a YouTube channel right now. Probably you can start it today. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you like it. If you think it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. The small button down here and there's a small bell. If you click on the bell, you will be notified when I upload a new video. By the way, I've just activated about a couple of weeks my member area of my YouTube channel with exclusive video just speaking about technique, no gear, technique, knowledge, making of all this. So if you want, join, it's just below. That helps me and also help you explaining or sharing my knowledge. Thank you so much. I'll leave you my website, gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you links, affiliate links in description. Please use them. By the way, if you buy at K&F Concept website, you get a 10% discount using the code ERIC10. So thank you so much. That really helps me. Also leave you more affiliate links and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.